right here, this is a Lemurian crystal laser wand, and it's just a single terminated clear quartz point. It comes from a very special mine in Brazil, and it's thought that the crystals from this location have a connection with ancient Atlantis and Lemuria. Now, I'll let you be the judge of that. I just like to give all the different perspectives and let you make up your mind. I'm sort of not sure about that yet. I haven't really made up my mind, but what I do know is that there are usually these beautiful striations. I don't know if you can see those little lines in the side of the crystal there, and those striations are said to be ancient information that's been programmed or downloaded into these crystals. And something that was really interesting about these crystals is that when they found them, they were in a very, very different way than most crystals are found. So most quartz crystals like this would be on some kind of host rock or parent rock that's called the matrix. And so these crystals would have grown typically out of a cluster, so you'd have lots of little points growing out of this matrix, and they'd all be sort of attached like that. Well, what was different about these Lemurian crystals is that they were found already broken off or detached from that matrix. And so there were hundreds and thousands of them in this mine, and they were all sort of in there, and they were all detached from the matrix already. At least this is how the story goes. And that they were surrounded in this beautiful pink sand, and that this sand also couldn't be located anywhere originating from nearby. So you have this mysterious pink sand that's packing in all these beautiful quartz crystals, and it was just a very magical discovery because no one could really explain it. At least, again, this is how the story goes. So I think that either way, it's really interesting how this sort of happened, and I really recommend these for using with crystal therapy as a laser wand. Now, what on earth is a laser wand? Well, it should be, if you have a nice laser wand, tapered, meaning it's a little bit wider at the base and more narrow toward the termination or the point. The reason for that is it helps to better direct and focus the energy more precisely so that you can use that wand for things like psychic surgery or opening the chakras. You can do that by pointing the wand toward the body. But laser wands are very powerful tools, so you don't want to just wave them around kind of all willy-nilly. You want to make sure that you're using them with focus and intention. So if you hold the wand instead of pointing at the body, then you can actually use it like a comb and sweep negativity or unwanted energy or stagnant energy out of your energy field, out of the aura. So this is what they're really great for. And if you're going to invest in any one piece in your crystal healing toolkit, make it a good laser wand. All the other things you can usually pick up rather cheaply that you might need, like some chakra stones or some little clear quartz points or anything like that. But a good laser wand will last you the rest of your life. They're beautiful, amazing pieces. They're great for so many kinds of work. So if you're going to have one really nice piece that you invest in for your healing toolkit, make it your laser wand. Now, when you're choosing one, make sure it has a nice, strong taper and that it feels comfortable in your hand. Now, I was always taught to hold the laser wand in my hand so that the base of it is sort of in the center of your palm, and then you embrace it with the thumb. So it's sort of held like this. That way you have good control over your laser wand, and if you're using it to, say, open someone's chakras, you're not going to drop it because that would be rather uncomfortable and startling for your client or for whoever you're working on, even yourself. So you want to make sure that you hold it in your hand and embrace it with your thumb so that you have a good tight grip on it and you can use it comfortably. Now, a laser wand that's an appropriate size will likely be rather slender and go just an inch or two past the tips of your fingers, but just find something that feels comfortable for you. That's what I recommend. There are some other varieties of Lemurians. So the regular clear ones are the most common. You want to look for those nice striations like I talked about before. Let me see if I can get those in the light again. They're like little grooves or lines on the surface of the crystal. There. Oh, I think I had it and then I lost it. There we go. I don't know if you can kind of see those little lines in the crystal, but they're usually on every other side. And Lemurians only come from Brazil. If you see something that says like Lemurian laser wand from China, that's not a true Lemurian. They have to come from Brazil. Now, there are these other varieties of Lemurians, though, that come from either a little bit deeper in the original mine where these were found or from right nearby. So there are pink Lemurians, which are pretty rare, but remember I talked about earlier how some Lemurians, they were found in that pink sand. Some of them actually got stained by that sand because it has a high iron oxide content. So they actually became slightly tinged pink, which they're really, really pretty, but they can be hard to find. They're a little bit rarer. There are also these Shamans heart Lemurians, which are like smoky quartz, and they often have a lot of inclusions. I'm not sure if it's like chloride or lodolite or what's in there, because these are like brand spanking new on the market, but they look amazing. I did find a smoky Lemurian not too long ago, and I really love it. But if you come across these Shaman's Heart Lemurians, I don't know how long they're going to be on the market for. And I'm not sure if they come from the original Lemurian mine or just nearby, but I think exquisitecrystals.com was selling them, and I believe, and I'm not 100% sure, that they had a little write-up about them from Naisha Asian. I think she kind of worked with them energetically, and I really respect and admire her work a lot. So these Shaman's Heart Lemurians are probably going to be something really interesting. I haven't had a chance to really work with one yet, but I'm hoping at the Tucson Gem Show this year I'll be able to pick a few up and see what I get from them.